Carly Fiorina, she's out. Chris Christie, he's out. I told you last night that they were both going to go. I think Ben Carson, who is not out yet, has made the right decision to stay in at least through South Carolina because he has a significant base of support there, far more than he would have had in New Hampshire. And, well, we'll take a look at Rubio and Bush as we go on. We'll talk more about politics tomorrow. Donald Trump made big news by suggesting that the Chinese assassinate the leader of North Korea. Let's play that tape.
Yesterday we heard, we get here on the Middle East in a moment, but first, yesterday we heard the Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, at Congress saying that North Korea's nuclear effort is the top threat to the United States. What would you do to deal with that reclusive country?
I would get China to make that guy disappear in one form or another very quickly. And let me tell you, people say,
how do you make him disappear and assassinate him?
Let me just tell you, no, well, you know, I've heard of worse things, frankly. I mean, this guy's a bad dude, and don't underestimate him. Any young guy can take over from his father with all those generals and everybody else that probably want the position. This is not somebody to be underestimated. China has control. I'll tell you why. Because China has control, absolute control of North Korea. They don't say it, but they do. And they should make that problem disappear. China is sucking us dry. They're taking our money. They're taking our jobs. They're doing so much. We have rebuilt China with what they've taken out. We have power over China. China should do that. Now,
we
Iran,
can force the Chinese to take care of North Korea?
I would force the Chinese to do it economically. Economically, Charlie. They're sucking the money out of us. We have a trade deficit this year with China, $500 billion. They're taking money out of our country. They're taking our jobs.
They hold all our debt, too.
Well, you know what? I mean, we owe them. Think of it. They take our money, they take our jobs, they take our base, and guess what we owe? Okay. We owe them $1.7 trillion, okay? But we have a lot of power over China. Don't underestimate it.
So there are people who are pundits who literally just hate this man, hate him. You don't want immigrants coming in? Build a wall. You don't like Muslims? Put a temporary ban on them. They're just bad. They're not bad. They're angry people. They're mad at Trump because he speaks forcefully, clearly. We're going to take the oil from the Middle East. We'll kick ISIS butt and we'll take the oil. And then he says the Chinese should assassinate. That's what he's saying. I mean, come on. They should make this guy disappear. China's not going to assassinate the leader of North Korea, okay? China is not going to assassinate the leader of North Korea, even if it wanted to. You know why? Because other countries that have strong ties to China, especially in the Pacific Rim, where China is trying to create a new hegemony, it's trying to become the leader of the Pacific Rim, they're thinking, I could be next. What if the Chinese decide they want to assassinate me? So if the threat is against us, well, then we might consider assassinating the leader of North Korea, our political leadership. I believe it was President Carter who issued a directive that there would be no more U.S.-sponsored assassinations of foreign powers. It's a law that could be changed. All right. The reason that Trump says this stuff and gets away with it is because there's a visceral reaction with a large part of the voting populace who feel betrayed, who feel like, yeah, why haven't we got a border? Why are they taking our jobs? Why do we keep letting Muslims in when we know some of them want to kill us? And so these elites in D.C. and in New York who are completely out of touch with the voting populace, they just don't get it. I'll tell you, Trump makes me nervous on some levels, makes me excited on other levels, but I'll tell you one thing, I get it. I get it. That's why I'm happy that he's pounding the crud out of the Republican establishment.